Hey guys, how's it going? It's Osama. We're back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about how to socialize your puppy. We're going to be breaking down the different aspects of socialization. So we're going to be taking these guys for a little walk while I talk about it. Vinci, sit. Good boy. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's walk. So to start out, we have three different concepts or categories, if you want to call it that, when we talk about socialization. We have interspecies, we have intraspecies, and we have environmental. So to break them down into different categories, we'll start with interspecies. So when we talk about interspecies, we're talking about essentially any time your dog is socializing with something other than dogs. So when you talk about people, when you talk about cats, birds, horses, chickens, farm animals, all these different things, you're talking about your dog socializing with interspecies in socialization. Then we have intraspecies. This is when your dog is socializing with only other dogs. So anything of the same species as your dog, which would be other dogs. Our last one is going to be environmental socialization, which is going to be your pretty much everything related to environment. So this could be weather, this could be the temperature, this could be any kind of conditions. This could be the surface that you're on. This could be the noises that are within the environment. So think a busy street versus a calm street. Think of a breezy, windy day that's bringing in a lot of scents. All this stuff is going to be under the category of environmental socialization. So when we talk about socialization, the overwhelming concept is we want our dogs to be desensitized or neutral to different stimuli within these categories. So when you have a puppy, your goal should be teaching them how to be neutral to these things and not do it so much so that they're too interested, or if you don't do it enough, they're a little bit nervous or unsure about what to think about. So it's a big kind of topic because this is going to be the most important thing that we do with our puppies pretty much in their entire lives. This is what's going to determine whether you have a stable dog. It's going to determine whether you have a dog who reacts to loud noises. It's going to determine all of these different aspects. So it's very important to keep in mind that the way you socialize your dog and the way that you're bringing them up is going to determine whether or not your dog is going to be calm in new situations. It's going to determine how they approach new situations. It's going to determine what can determine their threshold. So if they have lower or higher thresholds for different things, that's kind of a term that I've used in some of the previous videos. So really quickly, that's just basically the amount of stimulus that it takes before your dog reaches a level of arousal, right? So if they're under socialized to birds and a bird comes by, if it's just a stationary bird right there, that might not be high enough of a stimulus for them to go crazy and want to run off and chase it. But when the bird takes off and runs away, flies away I should say, then that's going to be enough to get your dog to want to go chase. So these are all things that are going to fall within socialization. So that being said, let's walk. We want to make sure that every time we're socializing our dog, we're going about it in the sense that, am I getting my dog to be more neutral to whatever is going on in the environment? This could be, for example, this guy right here has been somewhat pulling me the entire time. He's got these palm trees, he's got a bunch of grass, he's got you guys with the cameras. So all this stuff within his environment that's making him say, I don't really want to walk so slow and be polite. I want to go check all this stuff out. And I have to be the one to say, nope, you can't go do this and go do this. The more I socialize him, the more I do this walk every single day, even though this stuff carries the same level of interest, he will be desensitized so that he's able to have impulse control and not have to divert all of his attention to one single thing at any given time. So when we talk about how do you get your dog to focus on you in a new environment, or how do you get your dog to focus on you when you have guests over? Okay, well, you need to socialize that dog. You need to desensitize him to these stimuli, and doing so doesn't mean letting him greet everybody or greet every dog, which is kind of the most common misunderstanding with socialization. Which is, hey, I'm gonna socialize my puppy, right? I'm gonna take them to the dog park, or I'm gonna socialize my dog, so my entire 32 cousins are gonna come over and everybody's gonna pet my dog. Odds are that's not proper socialization, or you over socialize the dog to the point where now they're expecting this type of interaction, and that's not our goal. Our goal is Down. I'm gonna give him a little bit of guidance here. You got it, bud. Good boy. So whenever we're socializing our dog, we want it to be set up so that they're learning to ignore these things, not necessarily interact with them. Now, part of socialization can be interaction, but that's not the entire thing. So if I want my dog to be socialized to other dogs, that doesn't mean they have to go play with every dog. That means they have to be able to see dogs within their environment and ignore them. If I want my dog to be socialized to people so that maybe I can take them to the restaurant and just eat my food and not worry about the dog, that means they're neutral to these people. They don't care that there are other people within our environment. So in future videos, obviously we're gonna be going through how you do this, but it's important, especially as you're raising a puppy, to recognize socializing your dog is not about getting them to expect interaction with different things, whether it's inter, intra, or environmental socialization. We want the dog to understand I have to be neutral to everything. I have to teach the dog to ignore its surroundings. So now I want this guy in a down, and now he understands, okay, I have to have impulse control. I can't get up just because I smell maybe a waft of some food coming from down there because somebody's grilling. Doesn't mean, no, perfect example. Down, I want him to learn to be able to ignore his environment. Your environment being there, being present, does not mean you have to interact with it. Now this dog is socialized. When I want him to start paying attention to me, he can block out all of this stuff. Now if somebody were to come up here and, oh my God, you're such a cute dog, and the way all people always do whenever you take your puppy out, that's gonna be socialization. Are you gonna be teaching your dog that this type of baby voice equals interaction, or are you gonna teach them that this type of talking or this type of tone of voice means ignore? And most people might not care when it's a puppy, but you have to predict that within a couple of months, this puppy is gonna be a full-grown dog. And if this habit hasn't been changed on purpose, it's not gonna change. So puppies don't grow out of these kinds of behaviors. If he's expected that this voice means I can go greet and I can lose my mind, then that's just the way it's gonna be. So of course, there's so many different things to cover under socialization. That's probably the biggest, most important thing you'll do for your dog after building focus, engagement, drive, and confidence. But all of these videos, especially within this series, kind of tie together. So you can't raise your dog focusing on confidence and not socialization. You can't focus on socialization and not focus on confidence, because good socialization will lead to a confident dog. Good socialization means you're teaching your dog to trust you when you are in public. So all of these things tie together, and then we end up with a nice, calm, stable dog. Now, this doesn't mean lowering their interest in different things. It means having them be able to control their arousal and control their drive to not have to engage with every single thing. So with that being said, we're gonna keep this video nice and short, and I'm gonna kind of break down each category a little bit further in the future videos, just not to make the video too long. With that being said, we're going to link up both of the previous videos. There's the one about how to build trust, as well as the first video, focus, engagement, drive, and confidence. Give those a watch if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.